If you follow me on Instagram, you would have heard the news by now. I'm becoming a full-time mortgage broker, but more on that announcement a little bit later on. After years of trial and error, trying to figure out what career path I wanted to take in life and how to make good money, and I mean exponential amounts of it, and also being happy, not compromising on my lifestyle, and also being able to generate a passive income, I think I finally found the answer. It hasn't come easy though. I've worked in multiple industries, be it professional services at KPMG, to fast food, to retail, hospitality. I was even running my own business and also being a content creator. You name it, I've tried majority of the jobs out there. It's now in my late 20s that I've been able to find my dream job and my passion all combined in one. Why dream job, you may ask? Well, a dream job for me essentially means being able to work on my own terms, so that means being self-employed and being able to increase my income whenever I want it. And working in property, we all know that there are usually higher ticket items, and that would mean less work for greater return. And I know for sure if I had continued to work my 9-to-5 job, I would never be able to make exponential amounts of money. As I said, this dream job allows me to play on my passions as well. It allows me to market myself and produce personal finance content, and also build passive income through mortgage broking. At the end of the day, we all want to be able to invest our money and spend it on the luxuries that we want without feeling the guilt. However, I did receive some not so helpful career advice in the past, which I'm going to share with you today. And I honestly believe had I not received this advice, I would have reached my dream job earlier. Advice from parents. 1, loyalty. If you're nice to them, they'll be nice to you. Aren't we all nice to people around us? We get the job done at work, and we sometimes even work late hours into the night to ensure that we meet that deadline. However, we still don't get that promotion or pay rise, and maybe we're sometimes even laid off. We as employees are easily replaceable and are instantly forgotten when we step foot outside our workplaces. So in this day and age, with so much competition out there, the economic circumstances that we're in, I personally believe loyalty doesn't exist in the workplace. 2, financial stability. We're always told that it's okay if you're not promoted. At least you have a stable income and a paycheck coming through every fortnight or monthly, and you're still being able to put food on the table. Thinking like this stops us from achieving more and essentially becoming complacent in our day-to-day roles. Thinking that this is the best we're gonna get and we should be happy with what we're getting, I think it's too risky to be putting all your eggs in one basket. 3, status. The concept around attaining a government job, I'm not sure if this is amongst other groups of people, but I feel that ethnic people are ingrained with the idea that having a government job is the best thing you can do. However, I do believe that we are slowly shifting away from this mentality. We were always told that government jobs have perks, they take care of you, the longer you work, the better your circumstances are going to be, therefore you're going to have peace of mind. However, I personally believe that sticking to one job for a long period of time can result in boredom, as the work is very repetitive and there is no real career progression because no one above you is actually quitting their job, so there's no room for you to move up and take that managerial position. 4, false income. Yes, perhaps a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer may make you more money than other 9-to-5 jobs out there. However, did we forget about how long it actually takes you to make a 6-figure salary if you're in one of these industries? Let alone all the student loans that you accumulate and all the time that you spend gaining experience and working for free in some circumstances. It's not always sunshine and rainbows. Working in alternative industries like the trades industry, in beauty, or even being self-employed significantly outweighs the income that you may receive from a good 9-to-5 job. 5, education is not your weapon. Sometimes education is just a deterrence from real life, and it actually takes you off the path to getting ahead in life. After completing your undergraduate and then completing your master's, your PhD, and then continuing further studies, this not only puts you out of pocket by thousands of dollars, but think about all of the opportunity costs that you could have done if you weren't studying, like traveling or working during the prime and early years of your life, building those savings pools and then investing it to realize the compounding benefits that you can get later on in life. And what about seeking alternative streams of income? These are your prime years of developing who you are, setting the foundations for your future, for your retirement. And if we're spending all this time unnecessarily, if it's not really required, then you're really going to set yourself behind. Sometimes pursuing further education is considered to be a band-aid approach or a quick fix that leaves many with regret and further confusion. Sometimes pursuing further studies can actually pigeonhole you in your career as well, because you start to stick to what you know and ultimately feel like it's too late to pull out because that's all you've known your entire life. Sometimes having a niche isn't always the best idea as well. Advice from mentors at work. So this is your bosses or your colleagues. I remember receiving advice from my manager telling me to put my side hustle or my passion project aside because it could deter me from working up the corporate ladder, gaining experience, and giving my 9-to-5 job my full attention. I still remember the look on the face of my manager when I told them that I was going to quit my job to become a content creator. It's a lack of having an abundance mindset and always thinking that your work is directly correlated to your identity and that there's no real balance in your life and work is really what your life should revolve around. Personally, I didn't believe this, so I still went ahead and quit my job. Advice from friends. If your friends don't motivate you, they don't understand what your bigger, longer term goals look like, they don't understand your work or where you want to take your work, then perhaps speaking to your friends might actually set you back. It's important to speak to those who have done what you want to achieve, or those who are motivated, ambitious, and have a drive to perform well, even if it's within their 9-to-5 job. Speaking to someone that's got the fire within them is really going to make a difference to your productivity and your motivation as well. So the people that I took advice from were my brother, my partner. I read books from successful entrepreneurs and business women and men, and also listened to a lot of YouTube videos as well around personal finance, career development. After all that, what does my career look like now? So I've just completed my certificate in finance and mortgage broking from an online provider, which I will not announce because I do not recommend them. And why did I do all this? It really does combine my passions all in one and allows me to live a life full of freedom. I ultimately am still a full-time content creator. However, aspects of this job really reminded me of the 9-to-5 mentality, whereby I would have to produce content for brands, get approvals, and work towards deadlines. And I didn't quite enjoy this aspect of it. Running my own mortgage broking company would give me the full control, and it would allow me to work on the things that I love or when I want and how I want to do it. Now, this doesn't mean that I can provide financial advice. What it does mean though is that I can recommend credit products that suit your needs when it comes to purchasing a property. For now, I will start things off quite slowly and only be taking on internal inquiries until I have the right team, resources, and systems in place so that I can open up to the public. But make sure you watch this space. If you've got any questions at all, be sure to leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.